What's going on, everybody? Spaceballs here. Welcome back to another Calibria Crystal Guardians video. Today we're going to be doing a champion guide on Arcanist, and the reason I picked Arcanist, I'm going to do the Wolf next. The Wolf and the Arcanist have the most votes for the next champion guide. I'm sorry I haven't been keeping up with these guys, but this week I'm back on my grind, guys. I'm going to get a champion guide out on everybody eventually, don't worry. But Arcanist actually has the #1 requested spot, so she is next, guys. And let me start off by telling you, Arcanist carried me through the beginning of this game. Arcanist is absolutely amazing. She is good everywhere. She's got so much utility. You can use her everywhere in the game. The Lair, the Vapor, the Spire, C10, L10, Magic. It doesn't matter. She is usable everywhere. She is amazing. She is a great, great monster if you build her right. Before we get into it, let's do our wish real quick. Let's see if we can get lucky on video. It's never happened to me before. I've gotten 2 runes, though. I have to say, I played Summoning War for almost 4 years, and I never once got a rune. And this game actually has given me 2 so far, and I've only been playing for about 2 months. So it is rigged, but it's not rigged as bad. Let's just put it that way. So with no further ado, guys, let's get into our Arcanist. Now, I recently just re-runed her. I don't even know what's on her. Yeah, her runes aren't even leveled up. Now, the thing with Arcanist is you want to have high attack on her, but necessarily she's got high crit rate. You don't necessarily want to build her as a damage dealer. So let's say you kind of want to make sure she's super, super tanky because of what I've tried her as a damage dealer, guys, and her damage is very, very mitigated. She does not do big damage. I've stacked crit damage. I've had like 160 crit damage with like 3,000 attack, and her damage is not there. It does not exist. So this is why I like to give her some high attack, a little bit of crit rate, a little bit of crit damage, super high accuracy, and HP. Because what you're going to be using her for, we'll go over her skills first. I'm just going to go over the skills that I'm using, and then I'm going to show you some gameplay like we always do. Is this skill right here. This is her bread and butter. This is what she's best at. This is what I would say to use her for 100%. Spread the target's negative stats effects to all enemies and immediately gain another attack turn. What happens here is, and I showed you guys in all my debuff teams, you guys know all about this already. She takes the debuffs and she spreads them to everybody else. So now if somebody has like a poison, a stun, and a HP burn, she takes that and she spreads it all over everybody. It's amazing. It does. I'll show you in the run. It just makes so many debuffs, and it's just what she's great for, guys. So make sure that is the skill you're using on her. And with that being said, that's exactly why you don't want to build her as a damage dealer. You want to make sure that she stays alive because she has really low base defense, and she will get one shot if she's built as a damage dealer. I've tried it. Trust me, it does not work good. And the second skill here is attack enemies with arcane lightning 4 times at random, and an additional bolt for each of the enemy's buffs up to 4 more times. I've seen her proc this like a lot, up to 4 more times. Each bolt deals 80% of attack and damage and has an 80% chance to convert enemies' buffs to poisons for 2 turns. Again, enemies with buffs are targeted first. Again, the thing about her now, between spreading buffs and making buffs, all of a sudden you'll see like the enemy team just have so many debuffs because that's what she is good for. Again, I mean, I guess if people could use her as a damage dealer, I definitely wouldn't recommend it because I just can't. I've tried it, guys, and I just do not see the damage. It does not exist. And now on her first skill again, it's like I don't understand why she's not a support. She should be. They should definitely go back and look at her. They should make her like a tank based or like a support based, assist based, because of what her kit is. She's not a damage dealer, and I don't understand it. I guess it's just something they overlooked. But she is definitely not a damage dealer, guys. She's definitely a support in my book. I use her as a support. She's ruined as a support, and that's the way I like to use her. But fire 2 arcane bullets to attack an enemy. Each attack deals 200% of attack and damage. Now, that's a decent multiplier, but again, I feel like it doesn't matter. If attacks deal critical damage, 70% chance to reduce enemies' attack and poison them for 2 turns. Now, that's why I like to have at least like 50% crit rate on her just for that skill alone. So at least if she crits once or twice, you'll get the attack down up. What you'll see in my runs, she always gets it up anyways, even with this little bit 50%, 56% crit rate. She gets it up like almost every single time because she hits so many times. So it's usually not an issue. I would like to have her a little bit faster, so I need to max out her rune. Here I have her on attack set because I told you I like to have high attack on her just to get a little bit of damage out of her. Again, I wouldn't like just go strictly like if I didn't have this much HP on her, like the defense is super low here. But the thing is, her base defense is so low. I would never stack defense on her because of how low her base defense is. So what I try to do here is just give her as much HP as I possibly can so she can take a hit. That's really my goal here. So I just want really high HP, really high attack, some crit rate, and a lot of hit percentage, because you want to make sure that she's hitting all of her, all of her skills. So you can build her a lot of different way, guys. This, again, as I always tell you guys in my champion guides, this is not the end all be all, guys. This is just the way that I like to use her. This is the way that I've tested her, and I love her in this particular build. So we have a blessing set and an attack set. You could put agile on. We'll go over the sets in 1 second. But slot 1, speed, crit damage, crit rate, attack. Again, this is like a full attack, rune. It's only because I'm not sure how to say this, but I only have this rune on her because I have the HP that I need on her first, the HP and the hit percentage. So once I get that, then I don't mind putting some attack stats on her. You can put a little bit of attack into her, but you want to make sure that she's tanky enough to take hits. That's the most important thing, guys. So speed, slot 2, speed, attack 19%, hit percentage, crit damage, and resistance. Hit percentage 18%. That's the only reason this rune is on her. HP and crit rate. The HP and crit rate's good too, of course. Then we got slot 4. Now this is what I'm talking about when building her as a damage dealer or support, because what that means and what that comes down to is your slot 4 and your slot 6. Whether you're going to put crit damage and attack, or you're going to put HP, and that's where Spaceballs puts HP, and then I put the the damage in the substats. I feel like that's the best way to build your Arcanist. And we got HP, speed, crit rate, defense, HP. We got slot 5, hit percentage, resistance, and speed. I'm not crazy about this rune. I think it's the only rune I had at the time. I'm definitely going to get rid of that. I'm going to change this out to a much better rune in the future. I don't like that rune at all. Then we got our slot 6, which is HP. Attack 22%. I didn't know who else to put this on. It fits the Arcanist perfect. Crit rate, resistance, and crit damage. Again, this rune is perfect for her. It fits her beautifully. So again, we'll go over the sets, and then we'll get into some gameplay for you guys. Now, blessing is good on her. Attack is good on her. I would not put defense on her. Her defense is so low. I think she's got one of the lowest base defenses in the game. Do not put defense on your Arcanist. It does not belong on her. Agile is great for her. Wild is great for her. You could put a stun set on her, would be excellent. Focus is good because she needs hit percentage. Counter is excellent because of her first skill. Berserk is amazing because then she'll be taking multiple turns. If I had the Berserk runes, trust me, guys, I would have her on Berserk. Berserk is probably the #1 set for her. But I do like to have her on high attack as well. So, not that it's #1, but they're all good. So, Berserk, no guard. We definitely don't want guard. Counter is very good because of her first skill. So, counter, Berserk, Wild. Which one is the stun? Desperation or... Yeah, Desperation, Focus. I wouldn't say Destruction. You could, if you were building her as a damage dealer, you could put the Destruction, but I wouldn't recommend it. Wild for the crit rate because of her first skill. Agile for the speed. And attack or blessing. Those are the sets I think are best for your Arcanist. So that's going to do it for the build part of her, guys. As you can see, she does not have the best runes, but I'll show you her in action in my old trusty debuff team, which I'm sure you guys seen many of times. I think I can actually probably run her in my speed team too here. Let's try it. Let's try to run her just like this. Let's see how that works out, so you guys can see her in action, because she's going to do the same difference. The only problem here is I don't have a lot of debuffs for her to show you her like spreading the debuffs. But I do have some debuffs, so let's see what happens. But you guys see my debuff team so many times. Like, running my debuff team I feel like is pointless. She's still going to do the same thing in this team. She's really slow though. She needs to be faster. I need to get her faster. The really good thing she's going to do in this team is that she's going to have attack down. But my shaman already has an attack down. But again, she works much better in a debuff team, guys. I'm going to run a debuff team after this just to show you. I'm going to run this team first, but then right after this, I'm going to run a debuff team as well, so you guys can see how good she works in a debuff team. Just for the people that maybe people didn't see it that are watching this video now. So I'll run my debuff team right after this, just to show you guys a debuff team. But again, she's amazing everywhere, guys. Anywhere in the game, she is usable. Guild Wars, the new Inferno, Dreamland, Lair. I've seen people use her in the Lair for the attack down. Spire, amazing. Like, she's one of the most versatile monsters in the game, I think, guys. Like, she literally can be used in any part of the game. And that's what makes Arcanist so good, guys, is that she is just so flexible on her build, and usable absolutely anywhere. And when a monster has that type of like versatility, it just gives them such a high value. And I know a lot of people they sleep on their Arcanist, and you really shouldn't, guys, because Arcanist is absolutely SS tier. And she literally carried me through the whole beginning of this game. I will tell you that right now. If it wasn't for her, I probably would have never been clearing giants as fast as I was clearing. Well, giants here. I'm stuck in Summoning War again, guys. Going back to 2014. But yeah, I was clearing this stuff so fast, and I feel like it's because of her. So that was that one. Minute 32. So she made my team a little bit longer. But again, she doesn't do damage. That's what I try to tell you guys. She is not there for the damage. This is actually a good rune for her. I'm going to actually switch this rune on her slot 5 right after this video, guys. That's so funny that we got this rune. Now I'll show you her in a full debuff team, guys. And just remember, she's not only good in C10, guys. She's good absolutely everywhere. So I'm showing you C10 runs. But remember, you can use her everywhere. Everywhere and anywhere. Okay, so we'll go back to our old debuff team. Who else do we used to use in our debuff team? Yet who else we used to use in this team? Been so long now. I forgot who else we used to use. Yaksha? Probably use this guy. Use this guy or Yaksha? Has he got good runes? Decent runes. I think Yaksha's gonna work better though. Do it with Yaksha. Do that. I don't even remember my old debuff team, guys. That's terrible. I used it for like 2 months. I can't even remember it. I think it had the mummy in it though. I think I used to use the mummy. But this is more of a debuff team, guys. What I mean by a debuff team is I mean poisons, HP burns, and I mean a lot of it. So the Arcanist actually has something to spread. Because as before, as you saw, she didn't really have much to spread. But you see there, you see how you see that all of a sudden you start from 2 debuffs and you go to 100 debuffs. And that's what I mean by spread the debuffs. And that's her third skill. And then she procs into another turn immediately after that. And then she can put up the attack. That she just has so much versatility, guys. Like I said, I don't want to keep repeating it, but the versatility on the Arcanist is absolutely amazing, and she is usable anywhere in the game, guys. Do not sleep on your Arcanist. Trust me. She is a game carry hard. She's probably one of the best Nat 5s you can pull early game, to be completely honest with you. Between the attack down and the spread, there's just so much, there's just so many places you can use her. I'm even to this day, guys, I use her all over the game. Like literally all over the game. Look at that. Look at all those. Oh, was that Medusa or was that her that did that? But now if she had her third skill, she can move those debuffs to the whole rest of everybody else. It's just crazy to watch sometimes. And I'm not sure if there's another regular infinity monster that can do that. I know there's somebody else that does that, but I don't know if it's a regular infinity or a light dark. Gotta check into that. But again, Arcanist SS tier, guys, if you have her, make sure you're using her, and you can use her absolutely everywhere. I was using her in Vapor today, actually. I used her for a couple floors in the Vapor for the attack down. She did great. Amazing. And that's another reason why I like to have her a little tanky. Because if she's too squishy, she, like, see there, like, she'll die immediately. She has to have some meat to her. Because her base defense is just so low, guys. You have to make up for that base defense. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Wow, my debuff team got a lot faster, I think. My debuff team used to be like 2 minutes, 3 minutes. This feels like it's going to be like right around the 2-minute mark. But you see that, guy, she can't take a hit as it is. And I got a ton of HP on her. And she's dead because she cannot take a hit, guys. That's why I say her build should be super, super tanky. I would not recommend using her as a damage dealer. I don't think that's the right build for her. So just keep that in mind when you're building your Arcanist. 205. That's about where I used to be at on my old debuff team. But yeah, I think that's going to do it for this one. I mean, I can show you another 13. Yeah, I can show you another run with her. Why not? Show you a magic run. I love you guys. I love talking to you guys. I love making videos for you guys. You guys know that. All right, let's go back to a debuff team. Go back to our old faithful. I mean, this team, guys, this team carried me for so long, this debuff team. So just know that, like, there's nothing wrong with using a debuff team that takes like 2.5 minutes. Because it's stable, it's reliable, it's 100% reliable, it's stable, you know it's going to get the job done. Oh, that's right, we didn't have a turn meter boost in that last team. Who are we looking for now? Debuff. Oh, Arcanist. We're missing the leader of the show. Epic fail, Spaceball. It's still only 5:20 in the morning, guys. I'm recording a bunch of videos for you guys right now. I was gonna do the Spire video, but I want to do a summoning video, so I'm gonna hold off on the Spire till probably later in the week. because that's going to be a little tricky because I want to do floor 100 to floor 101 to floor 104, and that's all like specific factions. So the spider really comes down to your box, like what you have built, because you need healers for certain floors, like especially the Lumi floor, because every time you hit the Lumi, she counterattacks, and I don't think you can use lawful, and all my heroes monsters are lawful, so that's going to be a tricky floor for me. So I definitely going to have to build some healers for that first before I really get into that. But as you can see, guys, debuff city. And I know if you watch me early on in the game, when I first started making YouTube videos, you guys know about this debuff team already, because I've been pushing this team for so long because it's so amazing. So you guys already know about it. But this is for the new people that might not have seen my earlier videos. And a lot of people have been asking me for an Arcanist guide, because a lot of people are confused like on how to build her. Like they're like, oh, do I build her as a damage dealer? Do I build her tanky? Do I put defense on slot 4? And the one thing I'm going to tell you right now is no defense, guys. You don't want to put defense on your Arcanist. You want HP, HP, speed. That's my 100% recommendation for her. Speed slot 2, HP slot 4, HP slot 6, and then hit percentage as much as you can, followed up by speed, crit rate. This crit rate, you need to have at least 50, 60 if you're going for that first skill, followed by crit rate, and then followed by crit damage. But those are the most important things you want on her first: is HP, hit percentage, speed, and crit rate. Those are the 4 things you want, more important than anything else. Then you can follow that up with attack and everything else. Because if she has good attack, she does do a little bit of damage. So just keep that in mind. But as you saw, easy peasy, minute 40, she's killing it. She's everywhere, guys. I could take her into every part of the game right now and show you guys, but you guys already get the point. She's good everywhere. Spaceball's definitely proved this point on this one. Arcanist is SSSS tier. If you pull her early game, give yourself a pat on the back, because she is going to carry you through the whole game. Before we go, I'll show you her stats one more time. Now, I would like to have the speed a little bit higher. Just remember, I just threw these runes on her recently. You guys remember my rune video was like 2 or 3 days ago, something like that. I just threw these runes on her that day. So we actually just pulled a new rune for her, which is pretty funny. I like this rune a lot better. I'm going to lose 3 speed, but that is okay. Because what's going to happen is eventually I'm going to max out this rune, and that's going to give her the speed I need, because I want her around the 160 mark. So once I max out her slot 2, she'll be exactly where I want her to be. And now once I level that up, she'll get her HP back. We lost a little bit of attack, but that's okay. This is going to give her more hit percentage, is what I'm looking for. And the HP is also what I'm looking for. But that is my Arcanist, guys. Again, ton of HP, nice attack, decent crit rate, good hit percentage. After that, then you can go for damage, but make sure you have those stats first. But that's going to wrap it up for this one, guys. That's the Arcanist. As always, guys, from the bottom of my heart, I love each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for the support. The support has been absolutely amazing. Make sure you're commenting and liking on my videos to be a part of the random giveaway. We are also doing our 100 sub giveaway, which is going on now. Make sure you go down to the description and you click that giveaway so you're a part of it, because Spaceballs loves all of you, and I want all of you to be a part of the giveaways. Also, if you want to join our fastly growing Discord, there's a lot of amazing people there. Just go down to the description and click that as well. But as always, guys, I love each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for the support. This has been absolutely amazing, and I cannot thank you enough for it. But I will see you in the next one. Spaceballs out. Peace.